Unbelievable game. Let's talk about the backdrop of how just the electricity in the building and just it seemed like every second of that game towards down the stretch was just meaningful.
Well, as you guys know, there's nothing quite like an NCAA tournament atmosphere. It's very different than anything you have in the regular season, and it felt like the whole building was kind of swaying back and forth, and there were times where it felt like Duke was going to pull away, and then there were times where it felt like Duke was almost certainly going to lose. And you had that rush of emotion from the UCF fans, and then also you forget, when the Virginia and Oklahoma fans get into the building. Well, now it becomes three quarters against Duke because everyone pulls for the upset if it's not your team. So it was just a crazy back and forth, and I was there courtside, and I'm not quite sure if I still believe it.
Wow, it was unbelievable, man. Because just emotional roller coaster up and down, going back and to your point though. Because particularly when at the end of the game, when UCF had a couple opportunities to go ahead, what was going through your mind? I was calling the play, but in your mind, what were you thinking about?
It's very specifically at the very end. I remember vividly I couldn't see the player. It was obviously Aubrey Dawkins, who had an incredible game for UCF. But on the tip follow, I thought it was in.
Yeah.
From my angle, I thought it was in. And the fact that it crept out, I mean, it was eerily similar to the play at home for Duke against Wake Forest this year, but also very eerily similar to Grayson Allen last year against Kansas out in Omaha. That was an Elite Eight game. Where it looked like he had one at the end of regulation and it crawled out. And Coach K said after the game that he's been on both sides of that in the NCAA tournament. And he was heartbroken. You see that, and then, you pivot and look to the Duke bench, and they're going crazy. And you look back to the right, and there's three seniors for UCF laying on the floor crying. In that moment, there's so much emotion from all different angles, and it's wild.